Good morning, Tigers. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020, and this is your guided reading lesson for Tigers. It is Lesson 11, Day 1. We're starting a brand new book, Tigers, called The Snowstorm, which is pretty fitting since we just had a snowstorm the last couple days come through Hutchinson, didn't we? Couldn't believe it, but it's true. These are the supplies you will need for today's lesson. You will need your book, The Snowstorm. You will also need a dry erase marker, and your board for writing with me today. Let's say good morning to our friends while you get your supplies together. Good morning, Riley. Good morning, Riley. Good morning, Riley. I'm glad you're here today. Good morning, Jonas. Good morning, Jonas. Good morning, Jonas. I'm glad you're here today. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning, Zoe. I'm glad you're here today. I love you. I love you. And I love you too. So glad you're here. All right. When we look at our book today, there are some things I want us to talk about as we get going. First of all, our comprehension focus for the snowstorm is retelling the problem and the solution. We've talked before about how almost every story that has ever been written has a problem and a solution, especially if it has a story to it. Almost every movie that we've ever watched, if they're telling a story in that movie, there almost always is a problem and a solution. We all know what problem means. Remember, solution means how to fix the problem. Little Penguin and Baby Seal went for a walk in the snow. They were having fun until a snowstorm came and the two friends got lost. Let's find out who helped them. First of all, I want to hear you do some talking this morning. We're going to look at some of the pictures, and I want you to be talking about what you see in the picture. I know you might be alone, you might have your headphones on, but I really need you to use your voices and practice your talking. I want to be able to hear you, okay? All right, let's look at this first page. I see a contents page. Can you tell me what you see in this picture? I'm listening. All right, let's move on. I see some more things. Can you tell me what's happening in this picture? All right, let's move on. Tell me as much as you can about this picture. All right, moving on. Let's go to page 8 and 9. Quickly tell me what you see here. Let's go on to page 10 and 11. What do you see, friends? All right, let's keep going. I want to hear your voices. Tell me one sentence about this page. All right, and then we'll stop there. At the very end, there's a play that we could do if we were all together, but we'll stop there. Good job talking about the pictures that you see. That's a really important skill, Tigers, to use your words and your vocabulary out loud, speaking, to talk about what you see in the picture. That's a very important skill when it comes to listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So that's why we practice that. All right, let's discuss some new vocabulary words in the book, and then we're going to read the book together. Let's look to page 6. Little penguin and baby seal make tracks in the snow. Let's find the word tracks on page 6. Let's find the word tracks on page 6. Listen to the beginning blend. Tr, tr, tr. What two letters do you hear? Yes, there's tracks right there. Let's read that sentence. Look, I can make tracks in the snow, said baby seal. And there's the picture. Good. Let's go to page 10 now. Page 10. There's my page 10. Can you, Mrs. Polar Bear and Grandpa Walrus, hear little penguin and baby seal calling for help? They think they are in trouble again. Can you find the word trouble? It has that beginning blend like tracks had. Tr, tr, trouble. Ah, yes, right here. There it is. Trouble. Let's read that. They are in trouble again. We must go and find them. Why did teacher sound like that? Why did I make my voice sound old? Yes, it's Grandpa Walrus. I wanted to make it sound old because that's not a daddy walrus. That's a Grandpa Walrus. Good job. Let's go to page 8. On page 8, little penguin says, "Oh no." Let's read that together. Say it with me. Oh no. Where are we? Are we lost? Asked baby seal. Good. Now, friends, there are a lot of voices and talking in this book. Be sure that you pick out a voice for baby seal, pick out a voice for little penguin, and also for the grandpa and Mrs. Polar Bear. This looks like a Grandpa Walrus, Mrs. Polar Bear, the mama, and be thinking about using those voices as you read. Okay? All right. Why don't we let's pause right there for the book. I'll have you read this at the end by yourself, okay? But let's work on some more words before I let you go. We have 3 new sight words, or 3 sight words for review, I should say. Here's where I want you to get out your marker and your eraser, and I want you to write them with me, okay? The very first word is V-E-R-Y. Very. Can you write the word very, friends? And then put very into a sentence. I'm listening. Okay. Our next sight word, T-H-E-N. Then. Please write that word and then put it into a sentence. I'm listening. All right, and the last sight word for review is W-E-R-E. Were. Can you put that word into a sentence? Were. All right, very good. You can erase those once you've practiced writing those. And we're going to go into some word tile work here. Keep your board out because you're going to do some writing. And I want us to review a couple things here today. First of all is our word endings. When we do our magic rhyme cards, we always talk about the different endings we can add to a word. Let's go through those together. Please say the sounds with me. S, D, t, ed, ing, est, e or I, l. Good job. The two endings we're going to practice with today are the ed ending and the ing. Ed and ing. Okay? Now my word that I have that I'd like to make first is C-A-L-I-N-G. Okay? Calling. Can you write that on your board, friends? Calling. Now, friends, if I was going to separate calling into two parts, where would you separate? Did you say this? If you did, you're right. We could take the root word, which is call, and ing, and separate them there. So you could take your little marker and go like that. Calling. Good. Now let's try the word called. Let's write that word, called. Called. Friends, where would you separate the word called into two parts? Yes, I would too. The root word and the ending ed. So if I was to mark my board with my marker, that's where I would separate the word, called. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to move my ending over. We can say goodbye to these tiles, and I'm going to pull out some new ones. Are you ready? How about W-A-L-K? What word is that? Yes, it's walk. What if I added the ed? Walked. Yes, do you notice it makes the t sound? Walked. Good. If I were to separate walked, I would separate it like that. Walk with the ed. Let's write walked. And show me where you'd separate it. Good. All right, let's put the ed back up. Let's bring down the ing. Now what word did I make? Yes, walking. Let's spell it. If I were to separate walking, friends, into two parts, where would you separate it? There you go. Good job. All right, I'm going to put those endings up here one more time, and I have one more word for us to look at. H, E, L, P. Let's bring down the ing. What word do you see? Yes, helping. Let's write helping together. Helping. Where would you separate it into two parts? Yes, there we go. You guys are getting good at this. Especially you, Jonas. I can hear you answering so quickly. Good job. Okay, and let's do with the ed. What word do I have now? Good, helped. Nice. Where would I separate it into two parts? Good. Man, you're getting good at that. Yes. Good job, Zoe. I heard you. Helped. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and erase your boards for today. You did those practicing with the word endings. Good job. I'd like you to find a cozy little corner somewhere in your house and read the Snowstorm. There's 2 parts. Let's look at that contents page real quick. There's the Snowstorm the play, and a section called Walruses. So be sure you read all 3 parts to your book, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. I love you. Have a great day.